But one of the big themes this year is going to be institutions, because boy, oh boy, are the institutions getting into this stuff for real this time. And of course,
our customers don't understand necessarily the nuances of processing crypto. And we wanted it to look the same and feel the same for them as well. So again, trying to make it familiar for us so that we could drive that, awareness and adoption.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video breakdown. In today's video, I'm going to jump into detail and show you guys the breadth and the scope of where we are at in this digital asset landscape. And I really, truly hope that this video enlightens skeptical individuals or individuals that are naysayers about the digital asset ecosystem, so you can truly see that these large financial market participants are the ones telling you guys that they are here. They are, for a fact, interested in offering these crypto solutions to their clients. And I'm talking about the largest of the largest financial institutions. This is not a joke. This is not a game. I don't know how people could be bearish in the digital asset ecosystem. Maybe short term, we see some price fluctuations. Maybe we see some massive liquidations because of some upcoming events that could take place in 2025. But long term, zooming out, the institutions are here, and the adoption curve is only going to continue to scale as we progress heading into 2025. So in today's video breakdown, we're going to be listening to individuals from Ripple, Bitwave, and Fidelity, one of the largest institutions on the face of this earth. If you guys are new here, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to the platform. We do appreciate the love and support. CYPRX is growing massively, so we really do appreciate all the love and the support that you guys give us here on the YouTube platform. So with that being said, let's present screen. I just want to share with you guys who it is we're going to be listening to today, because again, these aren't just normal, every average day market participants, your normal retail crowd. These are systemically important individuals from large financial institutions. So we're going to be listening to a gentleman from Bitwave. Bitwave is the #1 digital asset finance platform for enterprises. It says here, it is the first enterprise digital asset finance platform designed specifically for businesses to manage cryptocurrency tax and accountant compliance. So again, I'd listen to what individuals from Bitwave have to say, because it seems most likely like they have insider information. So again, when they say things like institutions are here, you should probably listen. Now, if you're not too familiar with who Fidelity is, okay, I'm sure that you most likely do if you're in the finance niche. But just to give you guys a scope, again, this is public information. This isn't what's hidden behind the agenda, but it says here, Fidelity Investments is one of the world's largest asset managers, for those of you all who don't know, with assets under administration of around $15 trillion freaking dollars as of September 2024. So just to, again, give you the scope of the situation here and who we're going to be listening to, here's their website, who they serve. It says they help millions of individuals feel confident in their most important financial goals, manage employee benefit programs that help more than 28,000 businesses supporting their employees, and over 16,200 wealth management firms and institutions. Okay. And we're going to jump into video clips from an individual representative from Fidelity confirming that they are integrating crypto into their backend infrastructure and that they are expanding their understanding about crypto so that they can offer crypto to their clients. And this, that you have to understand that 3-4 years ago, you would never see a financial institution as big as Fidelity sitting on stage specifically talking about crypto, not blockchain, not real world assets. I'm talking about them saying the word crypto. Okay. So again, in today's video breakdown, that's what I hope to accomplish, is to show you guys that all of this is updated information. Now we're going to go back a year ago. Okay. This is the only video that is outdated that I'm going to share. It's not outdated. I mean, it's from a year ago, but it only has 1,000 views. It is from the Crypto Expo in 2023. Listen to this Ripple representative talk about how all the financial institutions that were, shying away from crypto have now started to come back to talk about crypto because now they're interested. Take a second and just listen. This is going to set the tone for today's video breakdown.
Sure. So Ripple commissioned a report last year, which actually showed that 76% of traditional FIs are looking to implement some kind of crypto or blockchain solution in the next 3 years. Now, I think back, I've been at Ripple 5.5 years. 5 years ago, we were having a meeting with large banks. If you mention the word crypto, people looked uncomfortable in their seats. You can see someone, are they going to call security, escort us off the premises? But now you fast forward, 5 years, or certainly for the last 18 months, those same banks are calling us back in to discuss what their strategy looks like, right? So firstly, I think big change. We've made some huge strides there, but we still got a long way to go.
So I just wanted to play that for you guys because, again, this was a year ago. And so I want to show you that this Ripple representative a year ago actually knows what he's talking about, because now fast forward to today, now fast forward to more recent activity. This is, again, the individual representative from Bitwave. Listen to what he says here. And I mean, this is blatantly obvious. Take a second here and just listen.
That tells us that payments are going up. That means that we're looking at like a 2x growth in payments over the last year, which is amazing. EY has a great quote here. Institutions believe in the long-term value of digital assets. We're seeing that this year. So we're going to be talking a lot about institutions today. So we always talk about enterprises. That's an easy one. It's Enterprise Digital Asset Summit. But one of the big themes this year is going to be institutions, because boy, oh boy, are the institutions getting into this stuff for real this time.
I like how he said that. Institutions are here this time for real. You know what I mean? So you can't make it any more obvious right there. And again, this is coming from an individual representative from Bitwave. And so now jumping into listening to this representative from Fidelity Digital Assets. Her name is Catherine Smith. I'm assuming she's the head of Fidelity Digital Assets. We're going to be listening to a couple of different clips. And then we're also going to be playing a video clip of David Cunningham, okay, an individual representative from Citi that took place a year ago because of something that he said on stage. We'll get to this in just 1 second, where he talked about how back a year ago, institutions couldn't openly discuss and talk about crypto and integrating this into their core infrastructure. And then we're going to play a video clip of this individual right here, Matt Blumenfeld. I'm so sorry, I butchered the crap out of that. An individual representative from PwC, again, one of the major large consulting firms, confirm things from Citi that they are now allowed to openly talk about. And you guys, I mean, if you're new here, then you got to go back and watch some previous video breakdowns. But if you're a CYPRX OG, we have been advocates of showing you guys that there is information that cannot be publicly displayed to the every average day retail investor. And this video is going to confirm that. Now the sentiment is completely shifted. So let's jump in. The first video clip we're going to play is from Catherine, where she goes on to confirm integrating crypto and giving clients access from Fidelity.
But we want to talk institutional adoption, internal controls. So Kathy, I got to start with you. I think you are particularly well suited to talk about that. Can you kind of give us a base of how, Fidelity, how you approach structuring internal controls in such an emerging, field like
that? Well, when we started, is this okay? It's too loud? It's hard to get a sense of what it sounds like out there. When we started, it's daunting. I think it's daunting to start anything in a mature industry and in a mature firm. So, it was really important for us to be able to break it down to be something that was familiar to us, right? So I still say that 90% of what we do is traditional financial services processing. So we took our best practices from our broker-dealer businesses, our experience as custodians, and that afforded us the ability to really identify where the control points needed to be. And what those controls needed to be. So again, back to that traditional and standard financial services processing concept, we were asking ourselves, okay, how do we, authorize users? How are we entitling them? How are we authenticating the transaction and making sure that transaction is good? So again, just breaking it down to the basics so that we could understand it. And that helped us operationally, obviously, but it also helped us culturally. We leverage the broader enterprise infrastructure at Fidelity. And so, obviously a huge advantage for us to do that with regard to our security infrastructure, our screening infrastructure, our surveillance and monitoring. And so for us to be able to partner with, the other parts of the broader organization, it helped tremendously to be able to describe the processing in a very traditional control framework kind of way. And so, just helped us plug in much more efficiently. And then I would say finally, for our customers, our customers don't understand necessarily the nuances of processing crypto. And we wanted it to look the same and feel the same for them as well. So again, trying to make it familiar for us so that we could drive that, awareness and adoption
So you need to understand the video that I just showed you guys. Again, this video alone has hardly any freaking views, 42 views. This is a representative from Fidelity openly mentioning that they are integrating crypto so that their clients can access it in a safe, immature manner.
And then I would say finally, for our customers don't understand necessarily the nuances of processing crypto. And we wanted it to look the same and feel the same for them as well. So again, trying to make it familiar for us so that we could drive that, awareness and adoption
that they're used to and comfortable utilizing. I mean, this is just as big as Larry Fink coming on stage and talking about crypto. Yet this video has 42 views and has gotten no mainstream attention. I'm talking about zero CNBC, Fox News coverage. This is literally the head of digital assets of Fidelity saying openly that they're integrating crypto into their core infrastructure, right? So that way their clients can access it. And I just showed you guys who Fidelity is. 15 trillion under management, over 16,000 wealth management firms and institutions. Okay. Come on now, people. Now let's go back a year ago to this individual representative from Citi, David Cunningham, because this is going to go hand in hand with what the PwC representative says. Listen to what he says about how someone's watching him, and I'm assuming it's the regulators, but listen to how he says that they can't mention anything unless a regulatory approval is in place. Take a second here and listen.
But in Citi, it's pretty much the exact opposite. We don't say anything until it's gone through our regulatory approval, and our internal guidelines are robust and strong. And I'm sure I'm being watched as I speak.
Right? He literally just said he's being watched as he speaks, and he can't say anything unless it's approved by their internal regulatory guidelines. Now, again, that was a year ago. Fast forward back now to today. Look at what this is. So crazy that I'm showing you guys this, because again, you have individuals in this space that are still skeptics, that are still naysayers, that are still non-believers of where this digital asset space is headed over the next consecutive couple of years. Listen to what this individual representative from PwC says now about the landscape and how financial institutions can openly talk and discuss about this now. Take a second and listen.
That makes sense. I'm curious, how would you describe, thinking about institutions specifically, I want more Fidelities of the world involved. How would you describe the sentiment that you're seeing, whether in your client base that's maybe considering, adopting a digital asset product, or even internally within your own firm? You mentioned, traditionally it's been one or two people leading the digital asset effort. Has that changed at all?
Yeah, there's no shortage of excitement. I think people are excited to finally be able to bring to life what they've been working on for years. It's been a lot of behind the scenes work, and now people are finally allowed to be public about some of this stuff. And that's even happening at the large financial institutions, or it's especially happening at the large financial institutions. When you look at the news that's happened just this past week, right, or just this past year, it's really hard to follow all the news because there's so much happening. Yesterday or the day before, a private credit fund was launched on Solana by a large financial institution. Even a large bank like Citi, and I can say this because of some of the things that this has become public, and we're allowed to talk about this now. We worked with them on a use case around payments, where they can facilitate cross-border payments internally at Citi for their clients and move money at a much faster, cheaper rate than previously done. When I say things take time, that took multiple months. Over half a year to get that approved to move it forward. So there's a lot there that you'll see come to fruition over the next 9 months. And I think I'm excited. I know they're excited. I think just everyone is excited, right? There's retail investors are excited as well. But I'm not saying it's all going to happen overnight. But it's coming. So and it really will change the fabric of financial.
Come on, y'all. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. This video has 42 views. I'm bringing you all the juice. Again, keeping you on the loop, the people that are actually important in this space. The heads of these organizations, of these digital asset teams at these large organizations are the ones sitting here on stage telling you guys that this is happening. So any naysayers out there, you got to start tapping into the type of research that we're providing here at CYPRX, where this is happening. As you all heard the gentleman just say, this is coming. It's coming. It's just a matter of time. It's not going to happen overnight. Be patient. This is the biggest opportunity of a lifetime to experience massive price appreciation. Are we going to have to deal with some short-term price fluctuations? Absolutely. That's part of the game. Could prices drop in value significantly because of some risk-based scare, right? Absolutely. But understand, zooming out long-term, 3, 4, 5 years from now, this is a massive opportunity. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research on what projects and what assets to be invested into. But again, the people that put in the elbow grease, the people that show up every single day, that come, that tap into the CYPRX information, and other value-based researchers out there that gather and soak up all this good, juicy info, wow, the opportunities now are endless via this fourth industrial digital transformation evolution that we are currently living through. I cannot stress enough, this video was massive. I mean, the fact that this got no broadcast on mainstream media platforms is insane. This is literally equal to the power, in my personal opinion, of Larry Fink being on stage mentioning that everything in the real world space is going to be tokenized in the near future. I mean, this is literally an individual represented from Fidelity pretty much saying the same thing, but she specifically said crypto. Okay. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video breakdown, knocked another one out, less than 20 minutes. So you guys got to do me a favor, smash the thumbs up button and subscribe. I told you guys I was going to try to make a video that's less than 20 minutes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. As always, trying to bring you guys the realest information. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video breakdown.